And live with Areej, my favorite chef and cook. Areej is an actual, genuine Middle Easterner from the little town of Bethlehem. That's right. And what are we making today?
Tabbouleh.
Tabula. All right.
Yes.
Plus, how do we start?
To start, you have to have the best ingredients.
Okay, so you go to the store.
You go to the store.
The fresh market and get
fresh market.
One thing that
nice
you and I
tomatoes.
were talking about, speaking of nice tomatoes, is there's a difference in how something tastes when it's refrigerated versus fresh.
Yeah.
You know, there's a reason that we get our veggies not from a refrigerated section because they taste different, don't they?
That's for sure.
Okay.
And you need to have red tomatoes, but they need to be firm.
Okay, so not the mushy ones,
Not
right?
the mushy ones, yeah. You need to have red tomatoes. You need to have parsley is the main ingredient.
So when I go to the grocery store, sometimes I get confused. There's something that looks just like parsley, but what is it?
Coriander.
Coriander, and it tastes totally different. So you got to make sure you're getting parsley. Okay. So tomatoes, parsley. What else do we need to make tabbouleh?
Green onion.
So mint is kind of an optional ingredient, right?
No.
You need to have it?
You need to have it.
Okay. There you go. You heard it. If you're going to make authentic tabbouleh, you need to have at least some mint. I guess we'll go over that later. What else do we need?
Okay. We need green onions.
Okay. Fresh green onions.
Fresh green onions. Okay. And we need onions.
Red
I
onions,
like red onions.
Can you use white onions though?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
And
you can use either or.
Okay. Right.
Whatever you have.
To your liking and taste.
Liking and taste. Lemon
what are
juice,
some other things?
Olive oil.
Let's talk a little bit about olive oil. So when I go to the grocery store, I usually see two kinds. I'm not a very experienced shopper, but I know there's the light kind that we have shown here, and also the dark one, right? Light, dark, kind of like wine, red and
you need the dark one. You need the extra virgin olive oil, the good oil, good quality oil.
What makes it good quality? How do I know if I'm going?
Cold press.
Okay.
And it has to be in a dark container because light destroys the taste of the oil.
Okay. Good
so that's what we need for salads.
And you don't use the light color for anything?
I use it for cooking, for frying.
For frying, okay, gotcha.
And we need to serve it with lettuce. If we don't have romaine lettuce, you can serve it with cabbage leaves.
Okay, so romaine lettuce. Sometimes also bread if you want.
If you want, some people eat it with bread. And burghul, we forgot about the burghul.
Okay, a main ingredient for tabbouleh is, can you pronounce that for us?
Burghul.
Okay, and in English, what is that called?
Cracked wheat.
So cracked wheat, and where can I get that at?
At Middle Eastern stores and at the health stores. Nowadays, you can buy it.
Okay, so ethnic stores, health stores.
Yeah.
Can you get it at Costco or no?
No, I haven't seen it at Costco.
Okay. So this is actually a very important ingredient because without it, you're just making a salad, right?
Yeah.
Can you just tell me a little bit? So there's there's different numbers, right? What does that mean?
I like to use the fine one, number 1 for the tabbouleh.
Okay.
And the coarse one for cooking, like rice. But this is for tabbouleh.
Okay.
That's
so.
What we use,
and how do I prepare this? Well, I guess you'll show us.
Yeah, I'll show you. We don't need very much of that, maybe a quarter cup.
Okay. So are there any other ingredients other than maybe salt and pepper?
Salt and pepper, lemon, fresh lemon juice, fresh.
It's got to be fresh. You can't get the stuff that's store-bought. Everything comes down to making things fresh to get that authentic taste.
And the parsley, to make it easier to chop, I make them into small bundles if you want to chop by hand.
So there's the option of chopping using a food processor, but we are going to actually chop it by hand today,
yes.
Right? Okay.
But if you want to chop it by the food processor, you just get the leaves, the green leaves, wash it and dry it. It's very important. It has to be completely dry. And then on the pulse, you pulse. You don't work the food processor. Few
Okay.
pulses, it will be fine. But if you want, you can chop it by hand. For much easier, much faster, you can pulse the parsley and the mint with your food processor. Now I'm going to show you how to chop the parsley. I made them into bundles. They are washed very well and they are dried. We let the water dry and I'm going to show you how to do it.
Okay.
This is trash.
So you cut off the stems.
I cut off the stems.
They already come sort of pre-bundled with a little wrap, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you cut off the stems.
And then we chop very fine. I like to chop very fine from the beginning. I don't like to go over it again. So this way the parsley stays not mushy and fresh and nice.
Right.
It's not hard
One of the
to chop.
things
Yeah.
that I noticed about some of the store-bought Tabbouleh, however you want to pronounce it, is that it gets soggy. You know, it's not something that can just sit for a long period of time. That's really fine chopping.
Yeah, fine chopping. From the first time, it's better than going over it and bruising your parsley. Or maybe we did 4 bundles, yeah.
So 4 bundles.
Yeah. Burghul ready. You can soak the burghul, you can wash the burghul with water, or if you want, you can soak it with lemon juice and olive oil.
Well, just show us how you do it
Okay. Okay,
when
here.
you're cooking.
That's a quarter
A
cup.
quarter cup. By the way, so it's a quarter cup. It depends on, our quantity. And so how many bundles have we used? Total of 4?
4
Or
little
3?
ones,
1,
yeah.
2. Oh, we've used 3.
3, we're going to use
So we
4.
used 3 bundles.
But we are going to use another bundle.
Okay, we're going to use another one. And can you just show us what you're doing there?
I just rinse it with
Can
water.
you show
It's
us
good
that?
burghul.
Can you show us that? All right. So you put it in a siphoner.
Yeah.
You rinse it.
Yeah, that's it. I want it to soften a little bit.
Didn't
It's
we
going
used
to expand. What?
How long does it take for it to expand?
Not very long. Not very long. By the time we are done, it will be
Is it
done.
something that you need to soak overnight? Or
No. 15 minutes.
Okay.
Some people don't even soak it. So it will absorb all the
So this cracked wheat.
cracked
number
wheat will absorb all the lemon and the.
Right. This is the secret ingredient, if you will, of tabbouleh.
The cracked wheat. The cracked
Without
wheat,
this, again, it's just a salad. So
the cracked wheat is a wheat that is boiled and then they crack it and let it. After it dries, they crack it.
okay. So now
The
we're on
mint
mint.
leaves. We need just the leaves.
This, look at this mint. This is amazing mint right
Yeah,
here.
Fresh mint.
Wow.
You can grow your mint in your yard. This, you can just stick it to the ground, it will grow.
Yeah.
But keep it moist, yeah. And then you don't have to go buying mint.
And so how many leaves are we adding? It's approximate, right? It's
Approximate.
not really...
No, not much mint. Not like parsley, no. I like to put them together.
Okay. So sort of a handful, would you say?
Yeah, a quarter cup, something
Quarter
like
cup,
that. Yeah.
handful.
Handful. For it gives the nice fresh smell.
A lot of the cooking that is done in the Middle East is by hand, by memory, and without specific measuring devices. So,
Yes, that's for sure.
are you dicing this up as finely as
Yeah,
the
it is
parsley?
fine, yeah. If you don't have fresh mint, some people use dried mint. I
Okay.
prefer to use fresh mint. but you may use dry mint. It's enough mint.
I think this is another secret ingredient for making tabbouleh authentically.
And smells.
Oh yeah, we can smell it here. I wish you guys could smell it on the TV, on YouTube. Yeah, look at those tomatoes. They look so juicy.
So juicy and nice and
fresh, right?
The fresh, the farm.
Unrefrigerated, straight from the market, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Really captures all the taste. Looks so fresh.
And juicy.
So how many tomatoes are we going to need to dice up for this?
These tomatoes are big. Maybe we need just 2 tomatoes. We'll mix and see. In our house, we like lots of tomatoes in it.
Well, I think it should have a very colorful mix when you're done.
Yes.
Oh.
This
So that
dish is good for Christmas time. Red and green.
That's true. Or anytime.
Or anytime, usually, yeah.
So that's a lot of tomatoes. Let's add it to our mix. Let's take a knife.
We want it juicy, not soggy though. I can add the burghul. It will take all the I need maybe 3 green onions.
So we've added the parsley, the tomatoes, diced, and now green onions. Just cut off the stem. I like these kind of thick too. Not too.
Yeah, not too thin.
I don't think you even need to slice it in half, but you like to do that.
I like it. Everything has been washed and good.
Right.
It's all clean.
Prepared already, washed, ready to go.
Let's get the red onion. We don't need much. A quarter of a red onion will be enough.
Kind of an unusual way of chopping up an onion. I'm not familiar with it.
This is the easiest way to chop it.
Adds so much to the texture and
They
flavor.
sure do.
So that's going in there. Very good. So we haven't mixed anything. We're just putting it all in a bowl.
Yeah. We are going to have some fresh lemon juice. We're going to squeeze a lemon sour with lots of lemon. Some people don't. So it's up to you. You add little bit at a time and then you taste.
But I think that you've got the ratios down just right. So let's see how you do it. So 1/2 lemon. Not the juiciest lemon, but it's fresh lemon.
Yeah. Usually, maybe this would need.
How much came out of that, actually?
We need
We need a whole lemon, you think? Or just 1/2?
maybe a whole lemon. Let's see. Let's mix and see. Lightly you have to mix, gently.
I'm gonna say it probably needs another tomato.
Another tomato, yeah. The
That's
way you
okay.
like it, we'll add another tomato, but
How do we know that? It's by looking at it.
by
There's
looking, but
too much green.
after we add the
Right.
lemon and oil, it will look much better. Okay, this is good. Should we put this tomato?
Sure, why not? Or how about this one? This looks really
Good.
juicy. And
Juicy and good. It's a lot of tomato, this one, yeah. It's a good one. Starting to make tabbouleh with quinoa instead of burrol. They are using quinoa. It doesn't taste the same, but it's good.
All right, so we just added some more tomato. Okay, great.
We're done. We're almost done.
We're
Yeah.
almost done.
Yeah.
Have we added the lemon yet?
No, not yet. The lemon, let's measure it to see. Maybe we need a 1/4 cup of lemon and olive oil. Where is the measuring cup?
1/2 lemon, right?
Yeah. And let's see, where the olive oil? 2-3 times of olive. My mother used to put too much olive oil until it starts to shine. Until the tabbouleh starts to shine, that's enough olive oil.
Okay, so you just sort of poured some in there.
Yeah, we just poured some there.
And it looks shiny. I
Yeah.
have to say that does add some shine. Okay.
Yeah, that you are supposed to make it shine, let it shine. We need the salt and pepper.
Look at that. Oh my gosh, it looks amazing. So we just poured some salt. Again, it's sort of
Enough.
approximate, or how much are we putting?
Approximate, maybe half a teaspoon.
This is a very Middle Eastern thing. Let's just hold it in your hand and pour to your liking and taste.
Okay, do you want to taste it and see what it's missing?
Well, that's a very important step, right?
Yeah, very important step.
Is there anything else we need to add?
Pepper. Let me grind some pepper.
A little bit of pepper.
بس بدنا نحط.
I'm going to just put it in another bowl for presentation purposes. Add a few lettuce leaves.
Is it ready?
Yeah, looks great.
Good.
Awesome.